It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they loved their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 180.
Mike 54. Like the pass.
I got you. One, Omaha. Hey, Alpha.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Say it.
Snap comes at one. Garoppolo. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Switch. Check.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his third year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
6, right there. 56. Here we go.
Hey, gun. 65. Bravo.
Watch the block. Motion. Block. Watch the shift. He's coming.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. 20. Six.
Check.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Check right 54.
It's got to be a...
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Hey, Zoo.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
At the 15-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw is Wilson. That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Caleb Wilson. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, but the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Second and 2.
Mike's by 4. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check. 14. Guys, listen.
On second down, it's Carson looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Third and 2, now Wilson. And Wilson has it. The pickup there, 5 yards.
Let's go, baby.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Green 80. Check. 56. I'm coming for you. You must. Green 80.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Check nickel. Alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll take this one near the 25. Call it the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be sterner with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Front left, front left. 14, find it.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Push him back. Push him back. Watch the edge. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
21.
He's coming. We got double up.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Oh, yeah.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Watch the safety creep. Check. Crunch. Check that.
On 3rd, here's an option play right. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, he's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Completes it to the tight end Kittle. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
I got you. White.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Lockett. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
Alert.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And finding the tight end Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
First down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. From the shotgun, Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Garoppolo looks to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the plate. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending. And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Watch the screen. Hey, alert.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the corner.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will take over at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Check 50, check 50. 20. Flag. 25, check 25. Get hot.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo. The linebacker Bobby Wagner able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Returnable for Lockett. A very good return that time. 18 yards. Now the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Green 80.
Check 56. Target, 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 target.
On first down, Carson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. Wilson operating from the gun. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Let's go.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to punt. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Check three. Mike's 50.
I got you.
Mike's 54. Watch a slant.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. That one good for 37 yards.
It's a gain of 37. That's good for a 49er first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, Randy. They turn over. Get that ball.
First down, and they'll try to run the option left. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
Don't get nervous.
From the 31, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Watch the run. Slant. Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch twist. Jam.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's got some space here. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Next to score, Niners 31, Seahawks 17.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Right here, double count.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, 76 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Now, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. What do you need? Flag!
You remember me? Let's go!
Go!
36!
Check 13! Check 13!
Shoot!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11.
Kill! Hey, turn it up!
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Garoppolo, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. They run it with Carson. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Barrett, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick 6s from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick 6s in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a give, right side. Carson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Now it's Carson. The tackle by Eric Armstead. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to